Hello, friend. Are you someone who is adjusting to life with vision loss? Well, my name is Julie, and I hope the things I share with you today can help give you just a little more confidence as you're learning to do life differently. And if you are not on a vision loss journey, but you know someone who is, feel free to share this video with them too. If we haven't met yet, my story is pretty unique because I was born with dwarfism. So that means I'm only 3 feet tall. And I also lost my vision completely and became pretty much completely blind when I was the age of 17. I am now 42, and at this point in my life, all I see is basically just blurry light. And there are so many things I could cover on this topic of adjusting to vision loss, but I'm going to try to keep this first video pretty short because I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. But if there's something special you want me to talk about, if you have a specific question, or if there's a topic you want me to cover, just let me know and I can make more videos on this in the future. And there are so many different aspects of life with vision loss that I could share with you. So feel free to let me know what you want to hear more about. But today, I'm going to start by talking just a little bit about the emotional side of vision loss. And then after that, I just have a few practical tips and strategies that I want to share with you, things that might help you a little bit more in your everyday life activities. So stay tuned for that in the second half of the video. Now, let's talk about emotional stuff. So I lost my vision completely almost 25 years ago now, but I still remember what it felt like. I experienced a whole roller coaster of emotions, and every day could be a little bit different. Some days I felt a lot of fear, and other days I was really sad, and sometimes I was really frustrated. And you know what? It is all okay. However you feel, it is okay. It's normal. If you feel some of those things that I felt or none of them and you have completely different emotions, it is all valid and important. And you know what? Anytime you go through something difficult in life, if there's some kind of loss or major change in your life, it is absolutely appropriate to feel your feelings and to have to process through some grief along with that. So I want to encourage you, wherever you are on that journey, it's okay. Feel your feelings. And I also think it's important to take time to process through those feelings and work through them so you don't get stuck there in the grief. So do whatever you need to do. If you need to talk to somebody who's a professional, maybe a therapist or a counselor, or even just a good friend, do that. Do whatever you need to do to take care of your mental health. And I want to encourage you that sometimes in the beginning, things can be really hard and you might have some really bad days, but things will get better. And you might have some bad days, but you'll also have some good days. And then there will be days kind of in between. But one of my biggest tips is I highly encourage you to get connected with other people that are on the same journey. If you can find a support group or maybe even just one other friend who is also visually impaired, it can be so helpful to connect with someone else who has similar experiences. If you want to look for a support group and you are not comfortable using the internet right now or you're not able to, find a sighted friend or family member who can help you get online and look for a group that you could check out and be a part of. I know there are tons of groups here in the United States where I live, and there are also a lot of different support groups in other countries too. So you never know what you're going to find. Maybe there's something near you and you could go check out a group in person and meet people to hang out with. And if you can't find a group near you, I recommend that you see if there are any groups that meet online, because there are virtual support groups as well, and they exist just to help people like us who have dealt with or are dealing with the big changes in life that come along with vision loss. And when I lost my vision when I was 17, I didn't know anybody else. I didn't I didn't know anyone else who was blind, and I just felt so alone and afraid, and it was so overwhelming. But just a year or two later, I met some other people who were visually impaired like me, and oh my goodness, it was amazing to have a friendship. And actually, I had multiple friendships with other friends who had been through the same things I was going through. And over the years, I've met a lot of different friends. And you know what? It's so helpful. It's just been so beneficial to my heart and my life to have other friends that are blind. We share stories, we share tips and resources, ideas, and we can also be there for each other emotionally when we need extra support. So I highly recommend getting connected with others. Even if you just find one friend, every friendship can help so much. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears and we're going to talk a little bit about some everyday strategies and tips that I have to help you with things that you do in your everyday life. So, my first tip might be kind of a tricky one, depending on your personality and how you like to do things. But I really recommend that you try to be as organized as you can be in your daily life. This may not come very naturally to you, and that is okay. Do whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. But I personally have become very organized over the years. And I think the main reason is that it helps me so much to know where all my stuff is in my room, in my bathroom, wherever it is. I have a place for everything, and I try to make sure that everything is in its place. So when I'm using something and I'm finished, I always try to put it back where it goes because, oh my goodness, I can get so frustrated if I'm going to use something and I can't find it, if it's not where it's supposed to be. But when I stay organized, it makes life so much easier and less frustrating for me. So I highly recommend working on those kinds of things. Keep all of your stuff in a place where you can find it easily. Now, my other tip for today is try to develop habits of closing cabinet doors, pantry doors, things like that. If there are doors or things that could be in your way and you could accidentally bump into, run into, it could cause injury, or it could just make you frustrated that you bump your head on stuff, whatever it is. Things like that can be really helpful. Also, pushing in chairs at a kitchen table. Make a habit of doing that. When you get up from the table, push your chair in. That helps me a whole lot. If you live with other people, I recommend that you have a little chat with them and explain to them how it can be really helpful and important to you if they could do these things too. If they could push their chairs in at the table or close things, cabinet doors or whatever. Those are the types of things that are easy to do, and they can make your environment so much safer and friendlier for you so that you don't get frustrated or get hurt even. And another thing I really recommend is doing simple things to help you as you're navigating around your house. And the big one I'm going to share about is using rugs on the floor to help you to orient yourself in your house. So for example, I have a rug at my house that is under my kitchen table. So when I'm walking around the kitchen and my foot hits that rug, I go, oh, hey, I'm near the table. All I have to do is follow this rug around and I can go this direction and avoid the chairs or the table or whatever. I also have a rug on the floor under my bed in my room, and it's the same kind of thing. When I know that my foot is touching that rug, I go, okay, I am near my bed, so I just want to walk this way or that way. It's so helpful. I know that's super simple, but it really helps me to know where I am in my house, and I don't have to struggle with that quite as much. So just use things like that and any other landmarks in your house to help guide you as you're walking around. Maybe it's a couch, and when you feel that couch, you know, okay, I'm right over here in the living room. I just have to go to the left to get to the bedroom or whatever it is you're doing. Find those easy, simple things that you don't have to do a lot to adapt or change. But those kinds of things can be so helpful. If you want more tips and resources all about adjusting to life with vision loss, I have a website that I highly recommend. It's called Hadley, and I'm going to link it in the description down below. But the website is www.hadleyhelps.org. So that's hadleyhelps.org. Now, this is a free website that you can go to, and they have all kinds of different videos that you can listen to and podcasts, and they have all these lessons basically, and they are full of tips and strategies and ideas all about things like independent living skills. They even talk about cooking, all kinds of cool stuff. They have videos about recreational activities, videos on technology. So let's say you want to learn how to use a smartphone. They have videos training you how to do that. The other thing I really like about Hadley is that their website is super accessible. And if you are someone who has a little bit of vision that you are still able to use to read a website, you can adjust the font on Hadley's website. You can make it whatever size works for you and choose your favorite color contrast so that you can make it work for you and it's the easiest for you to see. So I think that is super cool. If you are not comfortable using the internet, they can also mail you their material. So they can give you, in the mail, they can mail you audio material or large print or even Braille if you are a Braille reader. So check it out. See if there's anything on there that would be helpful for you. I love it. It's one of my favorite resources. Now, let me know if you have any questions or thoughts, or you want to talk about anything else on the topic of vision loss. I am happy to talk with you some more. And if you are struggling, I also would love to pray for you. I love to pray for my friends. So if you need prayer, please feel free to tell me that in the comments as well. If you are dealing with vision loss and you're having a hard time, let me know. I want to be your friend on this journey and walk with you through it. And if you are not dealing with vision loss, but you're struggling with something completely different, you can let me know that too. Maybe you clicked on this video because you're bored and you just wanted to see what I would say. But if you have something that you want me to pray for, let me know. Feel free, and I'm happy to join you in prayer about that. If you want more videos about my experience with blindness, I have a playlist that has all of my videos about being blind and different aspects of my life with blindness. So I'm going to link that as well in the description. So if you want to check out my blindness playlist, I hope you'll enjoy it. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a really, really great day. And I look forward to talking with you again soon.